Now, Peach Patch, for those of you who aren't already aware, that lady got a husband and 9 kids. Here are my oldest 7 with their dad on one of our Disney World trips. Here are my twins, my 8th and 9th children. I love being a mom. But anywho, we're here today in regards to what U.S. Representative Rick, a.k.a. Richard, McCormick stated. He stated that kids should just get a job. Like, so they can pay for their school lunch. High schoolers should get a job to pay for their school lunch. I disagree. However, I do feel like it should be free lunch for all kids, or nobody should get it, especially those low-income families who receive food stamps. Now, this is my kindergartner's My School Bucks account. So this is where all of his lunch payments show up and his breakfast payments. We're paying $1.90 every time he eats breakfast. Every time he eats lunch, which he eats school lunch every day, he likes school lunch, is $3.35. So together I am paying $5.25. Now, remember, I have 9 children, but 5 of my children are school age. If all 5 of my children eat lunch and breakfast every day at school, I'm paying this times 5. So now we're looking at $26.25. As you guys know, the 100th day of school just came up, at least in the county we reside. Now we're looking at $2,625 just on school lunch for this school year so far. Meanwhile, the family who receives food stamps, they instantly become eligible for free breakfast and free lunch. They have to pay absolutely nothing. And so even though I have 9 children that I have to feed in general, I still have to make sure they can eat at school. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, Peaches, why not just pack a lunch? You should just pack lunch. Well, why can't that family that receives food stamps just pack a lunch? And then I know you guys are going to say, well, sometimes that's the only meal that they eat all day. Wouldn't that make the parent an unfit parent? Why is that child still in their care? Even shelters give you 3 meals a day. Prisons give you 3 meals a day. Like, the parent can't provide at least 1 meal at home since the child is eating breakfast and lunch at school. It's insane. Now, granted, there are some counties, like the county I just moved from, Hillsborough County, where every single child in Hillsborough County, Florida, receives free breakfast, regardless of the parent's income. Also in Hillsborough County, every Title I school receives free lunch, regardless of the parent's income. I felt for many years that this was not fair. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not upset with low-income families who qualify for this program. This is more of a government issue. These programs should definitely be for everybody, or nobody. That's how I personally feel. Why does middle-class families and wealthy families continuously get punished while those who don't work as hard, no matter what barrier they have? Remember, I come from poverty. My mom and my daddy were felons. So I understand barriers. I am a teen mom. I understand barriers. Even right now, I have 9 children, and I still don't get any of this stuff because I pulled myself up by the bootstraps. If I can do it, everybody could do it. I don't blame y'all, though. If the government was letting me be lazy, I probably wouldn't be, because they did. And I decided that life wasn't for me. I wanted more. However, I understand for some of you guys, it's enough. You've been on it for generations. Everybody in my family, almost everybody. I got about 4 family members who are no longer on government assistance. Everybody else, housing, public housing, HUD housing, Section 8, food stamps, WIC, Medicaid, the works. And if the government changed their requirements and be like, Peaches, we're going to give you free stuff too, I would take it. But in the meantime, I don't get that stuff, and it's unfair that I have to literally provide every single thing. I'm fully self-sufficient. Meanwhile, these people aren't. They're married to the government, and the government continues to provide for them. So once again, no, I don't agree that the children should have to get jobs. I feel like the parents should go ahead and pull themselves up by the bootstraps, regardless of their barriers. Doesn't matter if you're a felon. Doesn't matter if you don't have a high school diploma. Doesn't matter who your parents are. And provide a better life for their children, or the government should give it to us all. That's how I feel. Comment down below. What's your take on it?